You started the game strong tonight. What was the mindset going into it?
Just knew we needed a good start, like you said. We obviously played a bit of an egg last week, and we're down 10-3 at the half, and we knew this was a good team coming in, and we didn't want to be in the same position. So we knew their defense and goaltender were playing well as well. So they've been good all year, so we knew we needed a good start, and obviously we did that tonight.
How encouraging is a game like this for the group where you've controlled it from start to finish as you head down the stretch of the season?
It's big, and a lot of the teams up top, at the top of the standings, we've lost the season series with already with Colorado and Sask, and we knew we needed this one. We're going to be battling with these guys for playoff positioning, and this is the only time we see them this year. So this was definitely one we had circled.
What did you like about the ball movement on offense and your shot selection tonight?
It was really good. Like I said before, this is a really good defense and obviously a really good goalie that's in the MVP conversation. So we knew we needed to be sharp, and like you said, we moved the ball well and found open spots, and obviously hit our shots tonight.
You held a strong swarm offense to just 7 goals. What can you say about your teammates on the back end?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with Christian. Obviously, he's lights out and big bounce back from last week, and same with the defense. They were pressuring all over the floor, soaking shots, and anytime you see guys block shots as an offensive guy, that just gets the blood flowing and gets us amped up, and just seeing them play like that is so encouraging, and takes a lot of the stress off us at the front end, and lets us play a little bit looser, and obviously gives us a better chance to get a good flow going in the game.
Special teams was nearly perfect tonight. How important are your guys on the PK to help keep the momentum in your favor?
It's huge. Those are big kills, and like I said before, they were getting in lanes and blocking shots, and Delbs was saving the ones that were getting through, and those are momentum swingers. When they're down a couple goals and they get those power plays, they score, they're right back in it. But we were able to kill those off and keep that momentum and build that lead up. So special teams was massive tonight.
You wanted to see your team start strong. How did you feel about your start tonight?
It was very good. It started in the circle with Max. I think he was 76% on the draw. We got a lot of good possessions. We had a good scheme getting the balls off the back line of Owen Grant, and Reed Bowring played amazing out there. And then the rest of the faceoff team just kind of clamped down on their guys. And the big thing for us was taking care of possession, taking care of the ball early, and that's how you can build momentum, and they did that.
Your team controlled the game from start to finish. How important is a game like this with 4 more regular season games?
It's big. We just got to figure out how to the secret sauce at home. We haven't been great there. We got 3 of our next 4 at home, so we want to try to kind of turn things around. Last year we went 7 for 9 at home, so we still have a chance to kind of improve that record, and it's something that we're really going to be focused on. So it's nice that we're good on the road, but again, we got to go back and look at that. But as far as a complete game goes, that was our most complete game of the season. So super proud of our guys. They had great effort all the way around.
What did you like about the shot selection on offense?
It was great. Our on-ball shooting percentage was 82%, which is pretty good, like really good. Anywhere you're in the 75, 72, somewhere in there is a good night. But to go at 82 is a really good night. So I thought our guys, we don't shoot a lot of balls. I think we're pretty disciplined with where and when we shoot the ball. We just had to put balls on net. Dauber was really good early. We just kind of stuck to the shooting plan, and those guys executed. There's one thing to put a shooting plan on paper, but it's another thing for the players to do their job and put the ball in the net. And I wouldn't say they followed it to a T because they're so good and they're just so creative. So the offense did a really good job putting the ball by him because he's an excellent goaltender.
You held a strong swarm offense to 7 goals. What did you like about your defense?
Physical. I thought last week against Toronto we played soft. The referees, the standard in the National Lacrosse League by the refereeing is excellent. And 9 times out of 10 you're getting 4 penalties. Our last game was 1 penalty because we had too many men on the floor. So when they continue to be physical like that and then take away the middle of the floor and just we got really spread last week. We just try to play our post a little bit better. And when we do that, Christian can put his eyes on the ball. So change some stick angles on their shooting. And I gotta say, Dickson had an amazing game. He did a great job with Lyle. And Lyle does never quits. He started the game to the end of the game. He's battling out there, and I thought Dickson matched him stride for stride.
Special teams was dialed in tonight. What was working so well for your group?
Well, it starts with your goaltender. We were 5 for 6 on the short man, and our goaltender was exceptional. We got in lanes, and we knocked balls down. And credit to Robbie Williams. He does a great job in the scouts and figuring out what they're going to kind of do and some tells here and there. So I thought that was a really good preparation on his part, and he puts hours and hours into it, man. Like if people only knew, it's pretty cool to when you see one of your colleagues and one of your best friends do an effort, have an effort like that. So it kind of starts with him, but then again, Dobbs did a really good job in there, and then Ryan Dokes and sticks in lanes and OG and 13, and then you got at the back line, you got 12 and 2 that are just soaking shots, and then you get Subi gets in there, and everyone just jumps in and shooting lanes, and so it's an actual team effort. But the guys take great pride in special teams, make differences in games, especially down the stretch.